Hey boys and girls. All right, so here we go, moving along. We are on chapter 2, lesson 4, estimate products, okay? Now you know you use an estimate when you don't need the exact answer, okay? So we are going to use rounding to estimate these products, guys. We're going to round 98. Now if you think about 98, it's between 90 and 100 on a number line. And which one's it closer to? Yeah, it's only 2 jumps away from 100, right? So we're going to use 6 times 100 equals 600, right? 6 times 1 is 6, but it's not just 6 times 1, it's 6 times 100. So we're going to make this 6 100 times bigger by adding those 2 zeros. Number 7, 8 times 3,250. You know what, guys? I should have said this before. Don't round whole numbers. Single-digit whole numbers. Don't round single-digit numbers. See, we didn't round 6 over here. Leave single-digit numbers alone. Okay? So we're going to look at these first 2 digits. Look at the 2. Use your rhyme, think of number lines, think of just 32, okay? That 32 rounds to 30, and then we have 2 more place values. So it's 8 times 3,000. Do your basic fact, 8 times 3. If you don't know your 8s, you can list them, right? 8, 16, 24. You can do 8 times 2 and then add on another set of 8, okay? So 8 times 3 is 24, but it's really 1,000 times bigger than that, 24,000. Now we have 7 times 777, okay? Single digit times rounding, think of 77, right? Any way you round, that works for you. Look at the digit next to it. 5 or more raise the score. Think of 777 on a number line. It rounds to 800. Okay? Basic fact is 7 times 8. Okay? 7 times 8 is the most forgotten fact by children. I have to tell you, I sometimes forget 7 times 8. So I thought, how can I remember that? So whenever I get to 7 times 8, I go, oh my gosh, there is that fact. What's that thing I thought of again? Oh yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 56 equals 7 times 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. That might work for you. It seems to work for me okay. 7 times 8 is 56, but it's really 100 times bigger. 5,600. All right, moving on. Now, boys and girls, on numbers 9 and 10, I didn't put the directions in here, but it says find 2 numbers the exact answer is between. Okay, so again, we're keeping 3 times the same, but we're going to look at 567. And again, where is that on a number line? It's between 500 and 600. So let's say 567 is right about there, okay? So the exact answer is going to be somewhere between 3 times 500 and 3 times 600, okay? So 3 times 500 is 1,500, right? 3 times 5. 3 times 600 is 1,800. Okay? So the actual answer is going to be somewhere between 1,500 and 1,800. It's going to be somewhere between those two on a number line. So we used the hundreds, the lower one, and the higher one. Okay? So actually the answer says 1,500 and 1,800. But I'm sure if you wrote it like this, your teacher would say it's fine and dandy. All right, let's go to this one. 6 times 7,381. The actual answer is going to be somewhere between 6 times 7,000 and 6 times 8,000. 6 times 7,000 and 6 times 8,000. Okay? So 6 times 7. Anybody? I know 5 times 7 is 35. And then if I add another set of 7, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. 42, boom, boom, boom. 3 zeros, boom, boom, boom. 42,000. And then we have 6 times 8. Okay, so again, I go 5 times 8 is 40. Add on another set of 8. 48. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. So the answer in the book is literally going to say 42,000 and 48,000. So the actual answer to this, if you put these two on a number line, the actual answer would be somewhere between 42,000 and 48,000 on a number line. That's what they mean by find two numbers the exact answer is between. All right. Going down to number 13. Isaac drinks 8 glasses of water each day. He says he will drink 2,920 glasses of water in a year that has 365 days. Is the exact answer reasonable? Okay, they're asking if that answer is an okay answer. Is it reasonable or is it nutty? Okay? Okay, so let's see what we're dealing with here. Again, loving to reread, love to reread. 8 glasses of water a day in a year that has 365 days. Okay, 8, how many times? 365 times. 8 glasses of water, 365 times. Okay, so we want to find out if that is reasonable. So let's get a low estimate and a high estimate. We're going to look at this number, a low estimate, just like we practiced in those last two, is 8 times 300. And then the higher estimate is 8 times 400. Okay, because 365 is between 300 and 400. 8 times 3 is 24, but make it 100 times bigger, 2,400. 8 times 4 is 32. I did my basic fact. Boom, boom. Okay, so here are our two estimates. One estimate is if we did 8 times 300 on the lower side, and this one is if we did 8 times 400, which would be the higher side. So would 2,000, back up here, would 2,920 be reasonable? Well, I would say so, because it's between those two numbers. If we put those on a number line, 2,400, and then way down here, 3,200. We put that on a number line, 2,920 would be like right about there. 2,400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 2,900, and then 3,000, 3,100, 3,200. So that would be right about there. Definitely a reasonable answer. Okay? So when you explain this, boys and girls, you can write something like, yes, it's reasonable, right? It's reasonable. Oh gosh, I'm running into the work there. Because, and then you can say 2,920 is, what is it again? Between 2,400 and 3,200. Your two high and low estimates. Okay? All right, you got this. Moving on. Number 14. You know what? I'm going to let you guys do number 14. Okay? Because this video is going to be too long. Number 14 is exactly the same. I'll get you started. Okay? Most Americans throw away about 1,365 pounds of trash each year. Is it reasonable to estimate that Americans throw away over 10,000 pounds of trash in 5 years? So in 1 year, that's how much trash they throw away. So in 5 years, is that a reasonable estimate? Okay, I keep wanting to, okay, just try that one by yourself, boys and girls. All right, you can do it. We're going on now. All right, we are on the back, and you know, boys and girls, I'm skipping that last one because I really think it's important to do the back of these so that you guys get a good review, because review, like I said, is super, super good for your brain. Okay, we're going all the way back to lesson 1.4. First chapter, fourth lesson. All right, here I go. I'm going to start to read it. Pennsylvania has a land area of, let's read this now, 44,816 square miles. Which of the following shows the land area of Pennsylvania rounded to the nearest hundred? All right, back to rounding. Now, not just to the highest place value, but to the hundred. Okay, gotta box it out if that's what you like to do. Now, don't forget these higher place values. I'm going to rewrite it right here. 44,816. And underline, box it out. These higher place values, you have to keep those. You can't just drop off 44,000, right? When we estimate, we make these smaller place values 0 because they don't have a super high value like 44,000. So hundreds place, looking next door, 81. Oh, well, that's definitely going to round just to 80. Our ones place, of course, goodbye. 44, we have to keep those higher place values. Okay? So, there she blows. All right? Guys, I hope you have an awesome night. Great work.